Welcome back, everyone, to another segment of the MCR. Mac and me. My name's TJ, two seasoned gentlemen from the southeastern part section of Michigan, Lower Peninsula. Uh, please like, share, and subscribe. I haven't said that in a while. And to those watching us on Rumble, thank you very much. On to the topic Marjorie Taylor Greene. And a lot of people they've come to the conclusion, belief, suspicion, theory, she's kind of lost her way. About 2 weeks ago, and by the time this airs, it'll probably, well, I want to say election day it was, she appeared on The View with the ladies, and in my lowly opinion, she appeared overly gratuitous. Your thoughts, Mac?
I didn't see the episode, so I really can't comment. I'm only going based on what I was told. But, here's the thing about it, to be fair. You don't have to go on there and be an ass either. Although, if you match their behavior, then, well, it is what it is, I guess.
Well, I will confess, neither did I, as far as I did not watch the segment, but I did read, we'll say, a portion of the transcripts, and
Okay, that's as good.
she was taking shots at the Senate and House leadership. And you know what? What I read, I don't know if I would disagree with her. I just wouldn't have gone on The View and said it. You know what I
Well,
mean?
they have a bit. They do have a big audience, and we've discussed this privately many times, and I've said it on this show as well. I've always felt that she is an attention seeker. In fact, I use the term attention whore, but I don't like to call her a whore. But she is an attention seeker. I mean, look at the way she dresses for the State of the Union. She does
And
everything she can to get attention drawn to herself. Let's
and
put it that way.
when Trump made his speech this year, I couldn't help but notice she made sure she was right there on the aisle wearing her MAGA hat, uh, basically vying for his attention. I noticed that right away.
I'm going to go into what I said. So I think her problem right now is that she's butthurt, much like I told you in a conversation. I thought that was the problem with Ann Coulter, who turned on Trump in his first term because, well, he was giving attention to Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity, and they're flying around the globe with him on Air Force One, and she wasn't getting invited, and I think she got butthurt, and then she said he was an idiot, blah blah blah. So a woman scorned. We all know that quote.
Well, and you can say she's definitely been scorned because, according to the Gateway Pundit, and as if you're an old time viewer, subscriber of ours, you know that I rely heavily on the material of the Gateway Pundit. Right Scoop says some of this also too, by the way. So I have two sources in what I'm about to say. She is not happy. She aspires to a higher office, whether it be senator, state senator, uh, you know, or governor, and she's been hounding Trump for him to endorse her. His response was he wasn't going to endorse her because the polls he was looking at only gave her like a 12% support, favorability, however you want to phrase it. She only had like 12%. And he was like, you know, basically he was trying to tell her, stay where you're at. And she got, in like, and I'm going to use your words, she got butt hurt,
Well,
and now she's on the loose.
the president, I have a short paragraph here that I'll read, that the president put on, and this is only part of the statement, that he put on Truth Social. She has told many people that she is upset that I don't return her calls anymore. But with 219 congressmen, women, 53 U.S. senators, 24 cabinet members, almost 200 countries, and an otherwise normal life to lead, I can't take calls from ranting lunatics every day.
And you know
So
what?
again, she wants access to the president, and she wants to be treated like she's super important when she's one of 435 in reality.
I'm chuckling here because I was going to read a portion of that same material, and like always, you beat me. You beat
Well,
me. But prior to what he said there that you referenced, he began with, "I am withdrawing my support and endorsement of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of the great state of Georgia." And then a couple sentences later, he goes, "Wacky Marjorie, all I see wacky Marjorie do is complain, complain, complain." And and you know what? And I think that goes to how she acted on The View, taking her shots at the House Speaker of the House and Senate leader, and Trump didn't like it.
Like a child who is an attention seeker, they'll get negative attention just to get attention. And so if she can't get attention from the president, well, then she'll get it from those whack jobs on the View.
And uh, just a
Who, by
couple
the way, will hate you 1 minute and love you the next, as long as you go along with their insanity.
now a couple days ago, President Trump posted on Truth Social. He posted it November 15th. That's the date I saw in his post. He posted he's Trump's always got away with words. And now he's referring to, and we're going to call her MTG, okay? Now he's referring to MTG as Marjorie Trader Green. And he doesn't even, and in his post, he spelled the color green, not, because the way she spells her last name, there's an E after the N. And so when he made his post, he didn't even spell her last name correctly. So Marjorie Trader Green is a disgrace to our great Republican Party. So, Trump.
Well, I don't like that kind of talk. I don't see that it's necessary. Let her speak for herself, and she's telling you what she is. This traitor. I mean, is he calling Lisa Murkowski, Susan Collins, and others in the House and the Senate traitors?
Well,
It
touche
doesn't
to
do any
that
good to
point.
do this. I mean, we would have be rid of Obamacare had he not had to go and call John McCain a bunch of names, because John McCain was butthurt too. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and
There's a whole lot of
maybe
truth there.
The Liz Cheney thing doesn't happen if you just tone down that kind of rhetoric. It's not helping. We have a razor thin margin, and we need every vote. And these little, I'll say it like it is, I think that's a childish comment, and it's completely unnecessary.
Well, as you and I were talking before this segment, we referenced Jasmine Crockett,
Yeah.
and uh,
She loves MTG now.
yeah,
She's her girlfriend.
and the irony to current, the irony to this current relationship is, if you recall, like a couple of years ago, they had it out for each other. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Jazz, because you're talking about two extremes on the each fringe, you know, and Jasmine Crockett saying that if she was a pretty white blonde, and in saying that, everyone knows she was referring to Marjorie Taylor Greene, okay, and
Who in my book is not that pretty. But,
but you know, uh, I don't know. A few years ago they just really had it out for each other, and like you said, now they're girlfriends. You know?
well, it goes to the old, I think it's an Islamic or Muslim saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
That's what's at play here.
Uh, I I I find this whole situation unfortunate. You've already mentioned, the the razor thin majority in the House. It's just, if we lose the House next year, and Lord God Almighty, heaven forbid, even the Senate, you know, I think
You, you
I
might
think
as
we're
well
we're
you,
toast. We're toast.
you might as well resign, because you're going to accomplish nothing when, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but damn it, do you have to go there with this? It's just making it worse. It's making a bad situation worse, and I wish he would stop it. And for those who think we never criticize Trump, that's not true. If I think he needs criticism, and so do you, we'll say so. And this is where I'm critical. You can agree, disagree. You can call me a traitor, or whatever you're going to do in the comments section. I really don't care.
All right. Well, that's hope. this is just part of a growing trend within on the the I was going to say the Republican Party, but say the right because we got podcasters on the right taking shots at each other now. So podcasters,
We
politicians, everyone's taking shots at each other, and it's disheart. The whole thing is disturbing for me. You
there's no
know.
conversation to be had that if you disagree, if you don't agree with me 100% on anything, well, you're a POS, you're a traitor, you need to be executed, they need to put you in a camp. I mean, and this goes both ways. Let me tell you, we get blasted by the uh, the nutters on the right
Yeah,
just
we're
as
not
much as the
patriotic enough. Huh.
yeah. We're not. Someone told you once we're not paranoid enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Really. So. Uh, Anyways, I've said my piece as to whether or not this situation is going to get resolved. Only time will tell. Hopefully people just let the dust settle and whatnot, and move on. We gotta take care of business next year, and this isn't helping it. This isn't helping it at all. You know?
Well, I wish they hadn't said they were going to release the Epstein files and then didn't do it. Because
Yeah.
I mean, there could be a perfectly legitimate reason, which they're not addressing, uh, because perhaps they can't or won't. Uh,
And
but
and the word on that topic
somebody get
is
locked, if it were for Marjorie Taylor Greene, if it weren't the Epstein files, it would be the cover up about aliens, which don't exist. Sorry, they don't.
yeah. All right. We've said our piece on this, and uh, we'll see what happens. We'll call this one a wrap. Thanks everyone for your support. We'll catch you in the next segment. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.